kick this off, I want to start at a high level and explain what actually makes Revi different. Because right now, let's be honest, AI is everywhere, but most businesses aren't actually gaining a real competitive advantage from it. And the reason is simple. Almost every tool in the market is built on shared off-the-shelf models. They can certainly be useful, don't get me wrong, but they don't truly understand your business, your clients, or how to drive real revenue growth. What we built with Revi is fundamentally different. At the core of our platform is a private AI infrastructure, what's called a dedicated LLM, that doesn't just sit on top of your systems, but actually becomes the intelligence layer behind them. When a new client comes on board, that system duplicates and spins up a completely isolated instance trained specifically on your business. So instead of using a shared model, you now have an AI that understands your offers, your client behavior, your workflows, and even how you communicate. Think of it like deploying a brand new operating system for your business, one that starts clean but is designed to learn, adapt, and optimize around how you actually run. From there, we feed it structured and unstructured data, everything from your memberships and services to your website, FAQs, playbooks, communication styles, and more. And this becomes your living knowledge base. And once it's live, the systems continue to learn from every single interaction, every conversion, and every missed opportunity. Now, while all of that is happening behind the scenes, the setup on your end is extremely simple. So let me show you what that onboarding process looks like. Jumping into the onboarding here, we'll go ahead and click Begin Questionnaire. This is how we take that AI infrastructure and quickly train it on your business. The system starts by asking a few high-level questions, things like which CRM you're using, just to understand how your operation is structured. From there, we capture your business name, your location, and your website. At this step, Revi runs a full analysis of your site, learning not just the information about your business, but also your tone, your positioning, and how you communicate with your clients. Next, we define your key action links, like your booking page and purchase page. This is what allows the AI to actually drive conversions in real conversations. For example, if someone says they want to attend twice per week, the system can recommend the most relevant membership, explain the option, and instantly send the correct link to purchase or book, removing any friction in that moment. From there, we input your full pricing structure, memberships, class packs, and introductory offers, and any promotions or discounts, like the first month offers or incentives you want the system to leverage. Next, and this is one of the most important steps, this is where we feed the system deeper business context. You can upload anything relevant: communication campaigns, FAQs, playbooks and SOPs, brand guidelines, policies, sales scripts, or talk tracks. The more context you provide here, the more precise and aligned the system becomes from day one. From there, we move into a quick iteration step. The AI will generate initial versions of key campaigns for your business, and this gives you the opportunity to review, edit, and approve them. What's important here is that every edit you make is actually training the system in real time. So before anything even goes live, the AI is already learning your communication style and refining how it speaks on behalf of your brand. From there, we click Perfect Your Playbook. This sends all of your data to your dedicated AI system, runs a full analysis, and builds out your entire conversion infrastructure, mapping communication and automation across every stage of the customer journey, from the moment a lead is created to the moment they become a long-term paying client. We'll let this load for a couple of minutes, and then we'll dive into all of those automations. Once the system finalizes the curation of those campaigns, we'll jump over to the Automations tab, and this is where you'll find all of the campaigns that AI has built out for your business. At a high level, this is your entire conversion engine, structured around every key behavior from when a lead enters your system to when they become a long-term member. I'll walk through this quickly using this client as an example. Starting with new lead, no next steps, this is someone who creates an account but doesn't take any further action. Revi immediately steps in to drive that next step here, pushing the 14-day intro offer for $79. Once they claim the offer, they're automatically moved into the next stage, where the focus shifts to getting that first class booked. Once booked, they enter the reminder flow, making sure they actually show up. If they do miss it, the system automatically works to reschedule and keep them engaged. From there, the system adapts based on how they enter or take that first class, whether that's a drop-in, intro offer, guest pass, or even class pass. Each path has its own communication strategy. For example, intro offer users are guided to take as many classes as possible before transitioning into conversion messaging. Then you have your class pack completion flows, prompting renewals, upgrades, or transitions into memberships, along with, of course, your full membership conversion and retention flows below. You also have your group summary for more transactional messaging, things like confirmations, milestones, and review requests. Moving back into campaign summary, if we click into any campaign, you can see both the users inside and also the message templates AI created for your business. Everything is fully editable. Just click edit up top and you either can communicate with your AI to edit that flow holistically or click into a specific message to edit it manually. And this step is important. Every single edit you make is actually tracked by your AI and continues to train the system to understand exactly how you like to communicate with your customers. So just by interacting with the platform, your AI continues to improve over time. And this becomes even more powerful when we look at how it handles real conversations, which I'll show you next. Jumping into the Conversations tab, this is where you can see all communication happening in real time. I'll start by filtering over to outgoing. This shows all outbound messages that have been sent but haven't received a response yet. The moment a customer replies or sends any inbound message, it moves into the inbox, and this is where your private AI system takes over. When a message comes in, the AI will only respond if that answer already exists within its knowledge base. And because this is your private LLM, not a shared public model, we're able to massively reduce hallucinations, inaccurate responses, or anything that feels off-brand. That knowledge base is built from everything we fed it: your onboarding inputs, your website, and your CRM data. So if someone asks something like, hey, is there any room in the 7 a.m. class tomorrow? Or how many credits do I have left on my account, for example? The AI is actually pulling directly from your system and responding with real data, not guessing. If it doesn't find the answer in your CRM, it expands across the rest of its knowledge base to look for the best response. On average, about 85% of inbound messages are handled automatically. For the remaining edge cases, when the system doesn't have enough confidence to respond, instead of guessing, it actually escalates the message. From here, someone on your team can jump in and respond manually. And once you do, that response is stored by the system, so the next time that question comes up, the AI can handle it automatically. So you're not just answering questions, you're training the system and getting compounding value from every interaction. If we click into a conversation by scrolling down, we'll click into Jesse here, you'll see messages in blue, which are sent by your automation drip campaigns, then below the customer replies, and then the AI steps in just minutes later, not only answering the question, but also guiding the conversation toward the next best action. In this case, it's pushing toward claiming an intro offer and booking that first class because the system knows they haven't visited yet. So it's not just responding, it's actively driving the conversion forward. Every AI response also has a simple feedback loop, thumbs up or thumbs down. If you ever don't like a response, you can correct it, and that immediately improves how the system handles similar situations going forward. Looking at one more example here, we'll click into Carson. You can see the AI continuing the conversation naturally, keeping it open, engaging, and moving toward a response rather than just closing the loop. So over time, this becomes a fully trained, always-on communication layer, handling support, driving conversions, and continuously improving with every interaction. Next, we'll jump into the dashboard. This is designed to give you a clear, high-level view of how your business is performing, specifically across your conversion funnel. You can filter by any date range. We'll look at the last 6 months as an example, and from there, you can quickly see all of your key metrics in one place. At the core is your 4-step lead conversion funnel, from leads created to intro offers claimed to first visits to full membership conversions. Alongside that, you'll see new membership purchased, new class packs sold, total active members, total leads created, leads attending their first class, your first class to membership conversion rate, your lead to membership conversion rate, and your membership renewal rate versus churn. So within a few seconds, you can understand exactly where your business is performing and where there's opportunity to improve. But what's happening behind the scenes here is just as important. Because this entire system is powered by your private AI model, the platform isn't just reporting on this data, it's actively learning from it. We've built in AI-driven feedback loops that use this performance data to continuously refine how the system communicates, with the goal of increasing conversion rates and reducing churn over time. You can also track AI-specific performance here. Within any date range, you can see the percentage of AI messages that were positively received versus corrected, and overall AI contribution, how much of your communication is being handled automatically versus escalated. So not only do you have full visibility into your business, you can actually see your AI improving and taking on more of the workload over time. Next, we'll jump into user insights. This is where you can view all the underlying data that the system is using to make decisions and drive automation. You'll see full visibility into your users, including their profile data, purchase history, and reservation activity. This is what allows the AI to understand behavior at a very granular level and respond accordingly. You can also track what we call external users here. These are the leads that may not exist inside your CRM yet. For example, someone who fills out a meta lead form, a website form, or maybe a lead you collect at an event. Even if they're not fully in your system, Revi can still communicate with them, and we can build automations specifically to nurture and convert those leads as well. So between your CRM data and external lead sources, you have full coverage and no opportunities falling through the cracks. Next, we'll briefly look at CRM actions. This is designed to make operating within Revi as efficient as possible. Behind the scenes, we have an AI agent constantly monitoring all conversations, looking for moments where an action needs to be taken inside your CRM. For example, if a customer needs help booking a class, purchasing a membership, or handling something more specific that requires manual input, the system will detect that and surface it here. So instead of digging through conversations, you have a single place to quickly identify and act on anything that needs human intervention. It's essentially your action queue, ensuring nothing gets missed while still keeping the majority of the workload automated. Last but not least, we have the Broadcast tab. This is where you can send mass outbound communication directly from the platform outside of your automated flows. If we click Create Broadcast, the first step is defining your audience. This is where you can segment your entire database however you'd like. For example, leads who created an account but never visited, clients who haven't been in for a certain period of time, members you want to upgrade to a higher tier. Really, there's no limit. You have full control over how you target your audience. For example, let's target all users who created an account this month. Once you define that segment, you simply add your message here. Then click Fetch Relevant Users to instantly pull in everyone who matches that criteria. And then click Create Broadcast. From there, all of those messages begin sending immediately and will populate in your outgoing conversations. So this gives you a powerful way to layer in targeted campaigns, whether that's promotions, re-engagement, or upsells, on top of your always-on automation. Thank you all for taking the time to walk through Revi. At a high level, Revi is not just a sales engine, not just a messaging platform, and not just another AI tool. It's a true infrastructure layer deploying proprietary technology inside your business to drive real revenue and create a sustainable competitive advantage. What this becomes is a fully integrated communication and conversion system, automating support, driving sales, and ultimately giving you and your team your time back. Thank you again very much.